What's up, guys? How's it going? As you can see by the title, this probably won't be a long stream, but it'll probably be shorter. As you can see, once again, just thought I'd, relax here for a bit and do a little bit of streaming. I hope Fabio streams tonight as well, because I know it's been a few days since he streamed. First, hey, what's up, Pink-Eyed? Yeah. Going live again? Yeah, just for a little bit, though. I don't plan on streaming for that long, so just keep that in mind. I'm thinking this will probably be like an hour or less. We'll see what happens, though. I do have to run to exchange pretty soon, too, because I have an order that came in. So I'll have to go pick that up soon. I'll probably do it today. Hey, Zach Maxwell, how's it going? He said, hey man, what's up? Not much. Just streaming for a little bit here. Yeah, I started to notice that MJ Nation, he hasn't really been, what's the right term? Or what's the right word, rather? He hasn't really been as active on YouTube lately. Just CD pickups and VIP experiences, that's basically about it. Just saying, if this was still like a few years ago, he would have reviewed the new Yes album and the new Avenged Sevenfold album, which again, I'm not really into Avenged Sevenfold, but it is weird that he didn't review it. Again, same with the new Yes album. Oh, well, there wasn't much to say about it. Yeah, well, find something to say. You would have found something to say about it. Again, if it was still a few years ago, I still found a way to say something about it, you know? I mean, man, if you're not passionate about YouTube, just say so. If your passion for YouTube is starting to slowly fade out, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being honest about it. I mean, just be real about it. Hello, Junebug. How's it going? I just got back from the gym about to listen to a new song from a band called Lions at the Gate. I want to say I've heard of them. Cool, man. I'm watching a movie that would definitely get canceled nowadays. The Ringer. Okay. I don't think I've seen that one. Interesting. Love all your videos, bro. Keep up the good work, my dude. What is the worst Fast and Furious movie, and what are plans for the channel? Do you do a lot of gaming, and what are your dream cars? The worst Fast and Furious movie, even though I still like it, Fast 9, gaming, I don't really do a lot of gaming nowadays. Like, when I was like 15, 16, I did a lot of gaming back in the day. I mean, a lot. Like, to the point where I was nearly addicted. Now, it's weird how things like that happen, though, where you're so passionate about something and then it just kind of goes away, you know? Like, sometimes you wonder how that works. I mean, the thing is with gaming, like I've seen it coming for a while. I've seen I started to notice for a little bit that, you know what, I'm not spending as much time with video games as I would like to or I used to. And that was mainly back when the Xbox One and PS4 were the current consoles. And that was the era of gaming where I started to notice that, you know what, it's probably not for me. And it's such an expensive hobby as well. And you know, it's the prices for these games have went up too, and it's like these games aren't as good. They're not as good as they used to be. Opinion on Aerosmith. I like Aerosmith. Get Your Wings and Rocks are probably my two favorite albums from them. Do you really think we're really heading towards a right and left Hollywood? What do you mean by that? Lions at the Gate has a former members of Infused Metal Band. Okay, cool. What's up, man? Hey, what's up, Joshua? Yeah, so I noticed that on my update video for X-Ray, Dead Yellow commented, and he might notice that I didn't leave a heart on his comment. That's because I really don't want to associate with anyone in that community, you know? I'm not going to say his name because, you know, I don't want to start another drama war here, which we shouldn't even have to. All of this should have been said and done 6 years ago. Only song by Aerosmith I heard is their most popular, Dream On. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think Dream On is a lot of people's introduction to Aerosmith. Speaking of games, have you ever played games from the Legend of Zelda series? I actually never got into Legend of Zelda, or I was never really a Nintendo guy, personally. But if you do like that stuff, that's fine. I mean, politically right and left Hollywood. Yeah. What do you mean by that? Like, I'm a little uncertain. Like, is it right or is it left? You know. But yeah, I mean, some people just need to respect that I want nothing to do with you. You know, like, there's people that have crossed lines that no one should cross. And look, if I don't want anything to do with you, you need to respect that. If I tell you to screw off, you need to respect that. You need to screw off. You don't need to keep talking about the person on their Discord server or wherever. You just screw off. You go away and act like I don't exist. It's not complicated. I don't care if you want to be cool again. I can't trust you. Not you guys, but you know who I'm talking about here, though. But yeah, I mean, once you break my trust, there's nothing that you can do. There is absolutely nothing. That might be a tough pill for some of these people to swallow, but it's the truth. There's nothing that they can do. I don't care, once again, if you want to be cool or whatever, if you want to leave this in the past. Leave it in the past and forget about me. I mean, do these people think that, like, oh, well, we can leave it in the past, but we still have to be associated somehow? No, you don't have to. You can go your own way. Favorite 90s Rush album? Probably Roll the Bones. I know that a lot of people would say Counterparts. Counterparts is probably at number 2 for me, but Roll the Bones is my favorite of their 90s work. Have you have a lot of stress issues lately? Or are you trying to stay cool and calm? Did you grow up and played some PS1 games or PS2 or PC or mobile gaming? You're the best. Love you. Thank you so much. Um, I did grow up with the PS2. And the PS2 is probably my... the PS2 and the Xbox 360 honestly kind of fight for being my favorite console. PC, I got into a little bit of PC gaming when I was really young. Not too heavily into it, though. Mobile gaming, not really into mobile gaming. PS1, I have played PS1 games, but only on the PS2. Because of the backwards compatibility thing. I never had, like, an actual PS1 console or anything. Favorite Black Sabbath song? Well, I have a few. Supernaut, After Forever, Black Sabbath, the title track, Black Sabbath. Into the Void. I mean, just to name a few right there. Vapor Trails was 90s, was it? No, Vapor Trails, I think, came out in the early 2000s. Which I do think is their weakest album. But not bad, though. I mean, I've always stood by the opinion that Rush has never released a bad album. But yeah, I don't know what my next video is going to be. Who was that asked that? Was that Oh yeah, Chris asked me if there were any plans for the channel. I mean, I have a new series in the works, as many of you know, but like I said in that update, I haven't really been doing a lot of filming. But besides that, I would like to do a top 10, top 15 Death Angel song list. My favorite songs from that band. Oh, you just think that Hollywood needs the biggest reboot because they're... when we first invented the movie camera. Oh, okay, I hear you. Deftones never released a bad album. I would agree with that. I mean, their weakest album is probably either Gore or the self-titled, but even those albums are good. I mean, I actually quite enjoy those albums quite a bit, even though they are their worst. Which I know that some people would say the same about Saturday Night Wrist, but yeah, it's fairly experimental, but it's still a good album. The weakest Death album, probably The Sound of Perseverance, but still a good album. Which I know that some people would say Spiritual Healing, but I actually find more enjoyment out of Spiritual Healing than The Sound of Perseverance. And look, I like prog music and everything, but prog and death metal doesn't really do it for me as much. But I love Symbolic, though. Like, I think that album is one of their best, so it's kind of weird. I mean, it's not as proggy as Sound of Perseverance, but, it's still a little technical. Not a big fan of their Painkiller cover, to be honest. Yeah, I don't really return to that one. It's not bad, though. So, the trailer for The Expendables 4 released today. And it looks cool. It looks cool. It's good to see everyone back, plus some new members. Like, of course, it's good to see Stallone back and Jason Statham back. And you have Tony Jaa, or Tony Jaa. However you say his name, you guys know who I'm talking about. He's in the movie as well. I think Megan Fox is in the movie as well, which It is what it is. I mean, when I saw the trailer, I mean, I will admit it does kind of look more of the same. I'm kind of surprised about that because, I mean, how long has it been since the third film? And I mean, you could see it as a good and a bad thing. Like, they still stayed consistent, you know? And also, who knows how long it, when they started filming. Like, they could have started filming, like, shortly after the third film, but I kind of don't think so, though. Because I think if that were the case, the film would have released sooner, but oh well. Mary Rosie O'Donnell, Ellen DeGeneres, Oprah Winfrey. Favorite Deftones song? Mine's Back to School. My favorite is probably My Own Summer. I think that's the song. It's the opening song from Around the Fur. And Around the Fur is my favorite Deftones album. White Pony being a close second for me. And I think that we are getting close to that point where we are due for a new Deftones album, huh? If we don't get one later this year, I would say next year for sure we'll get a new Deftones album. But yeah, there's a lot of great movies coming out this year. I mean, the next one I might see is the new Indiana Jones film, which I'm kind of like, I'm more on the fence about that one. I'm not really sure how to feel because of the stuff that I've heard about it, but it could be okay. Could be an okay movie. But it's definitely not that high on my list as my most anticipated. I mean, The Expendables 4, The Meg 2, and the new Mission Impossible movie are probably the ones that are high up there for me as the ones that I'm looking forward to the most. Have you heard of the movie called The Nun? I think I have heard of it. I probably won't have much interest in it though, because I'm not really a horror fan. Hold on a minute here. Aha, okay. Yeah, apparently there is going to be a new animated DC film coming out. It's called Justice League War World. That's pretty cool. I mean, you can't go wrong with more DC animated stuff. I know that some people don't like them, but I mean, I kind of like them, and I've grown up on them, so there you go. Do you think Fast and Furious is getting a lot of hate because of the 10th film? And How do you stay Fast and Furious? How you deserves all the hate? Do you think it's good? Or you search for new Transformers? Maybe I'll check out the new Transformers movie at some point. I'm not really that hyped for it, to be honest, but it looks okay. It looks okay. The hate for Fast 10 though, I thought it was a good movie. I definitely don't think it deserves the hate. I mean, honestly, I would rather watch it than the new Spider-Verse movie, which I know might be blasphemous to say. But these Spider-Verse movies, I mean, I saw the first one and I thought it was okay. But after watching it, I'm like, yeah, it's good enough, but these films are overhyped. They are really overhyped movies. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, there's people that put these films above the Raimi films, which I'm just like, yeah, I don't want what you're smoking. But yeah. But opinions are opinions after all. Some people know how to be respectful towards them, some people don't. And look, if you like the Spider-Verse films, that's okay. But they're not really for me. I mean, again, I thought the first one was okay, but I really don't have any interest in the new one. And when it comes to DC, like, I think the DC animated stuff is better than a lot of the live action DC stuff. Like, I'm more interested in the DC animated stuff than I am the Flash, the new Flash movie. But yeah, oh yeah, another one of those videos I wanted to do, like another upcoming video, is probably like all the upcoming movies that I'm looking forward to, or at least the majority of them. Probably won't go over all of them because I'm sure there'll be some that I'm gonna miss, but you know, I like to at least go over the majority of them. And it doesn't just include like movies of this year, but it includes movies from like the next couple of years that are coming out. Like, it could be movies that won't be out till like 2025, which I know is only in a couple years, but still. This chat is definitely not as alive as my night streams. I mean, I understand it is the middle of the day, so it is what it is. Did you ever grow up playing with Hot Wheels, like the early or the 2004 Hot Wheels? Yeah, I I definitely had Hot Wheels growing up and stuff. I never really paid attention to the year of those though, but yeah. When I was younger, I really liked Hot Wheels. What's your favorite Iron Man movie? The first one. First one, I think, is definitely the best. Yeah, I mean, I think the first Iron Man movie, I think, is one of the best superhero movies of all time, actually. Maybe that's a video I'll do. My favorite superhero films of all time. How does that sound? Should be easy enough, right? Um, I'm not going to give too much away because obviously I want to make it into a video, but you guys know that the first Iron Man movie would probably be pretty high on that list. The second or third one, the second and the third one, well, the second one I do like as well, but not as good as the first. The third one I think is just okay. I think it's just okay. I do think that the Iron Man films do get worse as they go along, basically. But even the third one, again, I think is okay. It's not great or amazing or anything, but it's okay. And the second one I thought was good. I mean, is it one of my favorite MCU movies? Probably not. Well, maybe, I don't know, but I don't think it's nearly as good as the first, though. I don't know. And in that superhero movies list, like I'm trying to think like if I want to add animated films to it as well. Still not thinking. I'm still thinking about it, but I'm still not sure on that. What is the saddest song you ever listened to? Good question. It honestly might be One More Light by Linkin Park. Like, really? You must not listen to a lot of sad songs. Well, I try not to. There's a reason for that. But yeah, One More Light was a pretty emotional song. But you might beg to differ. That's okay, though. Yeah, I noticed my movie related videos don't do as well as my music related stuff, which, not that I don't understand because I mean, that's how a lot of you guys found me, was through my music related videos. Do you know where I can find Linkin Park Underground 7 CD? Do you know they were still alive in Linkin Park? I should come back. Gaming maybe? Nah, gaming content's not going to be on this channel. I mean, I think I've mentioned this before in a previous stream, but I um I wanted to do like an hour-long rant on modern gaming and just basically go over my thoughts on gaming and basically my journey with it and everything. Don't be surprised if you see that video happen though. I'll just say that because it's something that I'd actually like to do. The only thing that I'm really worried about is like, I mean, I know that, you know, this is a given. You'll always get hate comments on YouTube, but it's basically just that. Like, oh, you know, if you don't like modern gaming, you clearly haven't gotten around much in gaming. You need to try this game. How about try playing something else that's not a first person FPS game? Well, that's my favorite genre. So, you know, you can't force me to like something that I don't like, you know? If I don't like strategy games, for example, RTS games or whatever, then it's not going to be for me. Of course, I'm not going to find that much enjoyment out of it. Nothing against RTS, but a lot of them, they're not for me. I mean, I think the Halo Wars games are quite good, though. But yeah, you know, when it comes to live streaming video games, I'll be honest with you, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to like set up me like gameplay in the background and me, you know, somewhere in the corner. Like I don't know how to do any of that, to be quite honest. I mean, I'm sure I could figure it out because obviously I can do basically anything else. Um, but it's not really a passion. I really don't want to take the time to do that. Not a lot of people are joining the stream. Um, yeah, I noticed that. I think because I'm not streaming at night, I think if it was nighttime, I would have more people in the stream. And to answer your question, where you can find the Linkin Park Underground CD, you can look on eBay. Chris, you can look on eBay. I mean, I don't know where my copy is currently, but I just know that I got mine at Half Price Books. But yeah, my next movie pickup video will probably be for the new John Wick movie, because I do have that pre-ordered for those who didn't know. Um, I also have to pick up something today at my local exchange, so that's something I got to deal with. I also pre-ordered Donnie Yen's newest film, Sakura, which I have yet to see, but it's Donnie Yen, so I already know it's going to be good. I mean, I've liked everything that I've seen with Donnie Yen, so. And apparently Fast X is coming to digital soon, which is interesting because it seems like it just released in theaters. Like, is there really any point in seeing these Fast and Furious movies in theaters now, since they come to digital like so soon shortly afterwards? And I think the Blu-ray is coming out in July. Is it coming out in July or August or something? I don't know. What up? Hey, what's up, Prison Meddler? Welcome. But yeah, there's so many things coming out. It's crazy. But I actually did think that Fast X was better than Fast 9. I mean, is it one of the best films in the franchise? No. Um, my favorite Fast and Furious film is probably either the first or the second one. I mean, I really dig both the first two films. And I know that there's people that say that the Fast and Furious films should have ended with 7 because that was the last one with Paul Walker, which that would have made sense. That would have made sense. But they continued, so there's that. Cool that you're streaming earlier than usual. Yeah, yeah. I probably well, like the title. It probably won't be that long, so might be an hour, might be less. Who knows? Yeah, but that's another video I thought about doing was a Fast and Furious collection because I do have a lot of stuff. So yeah, maybe expect something like that as well. That's something that I did think about doing. I thought another cool video would be kind of like the one that I did for my top 5 Jason Statham movies. I thought it would be cool to do a top 5 Tom Cruise movie list. I think that would be cool too. I can maybe do the same thing for Sylvester Stallone as well, although that would be very difficult, especially with the Rocky films, because I would no doubt have more than just one Rocky film on that list. Which, if you're curious, my top 3 Rocky films are probably the first one, the third one, and the fourth one. I do like the second one, but it's not as good as the the ones that I just mentioned. But yeah, not a lot of people are joining this stream. Should have waited till later, but oh well. Like I said, I do understand that, it is still the middle of the day technically, and, you know, but I had a little bit of time right now to stream, so figured why not. Yeah. But anyhow, guys, I think I will go ahead and end the stream. It's not really going anywhere, so um, thank you to all who showed up though for this little short afternoon stream. It's definitely been pretty cool. So yeah, if you're just now joining, sorry, but I basically have to end it here though. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for joining. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for joining, and